Welcome to this special Celtic View podcast. I'm delighted to be joined on the podcast by the new Celtic captain, Callum McGregor. Callum, congratulations on the official announcement of your appointment.
Thanks very much, Paul. Obviously hugely excited, hugely proud. Proud day for myself and obviously my family, everyone connected to myself, and a huge honour to join an elite list of players.
Yeah, when I was looking through some of the players, obviously over the years that have been the captain, you're following in the footsteps of one of our greatest ever captains and have learned from one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So no tougher time to take the job. But it's a challenge that I'm excited to do. Like you said, Scott's been hugely successful here as a captain and a leader, and like you said, I've had such a great education working so closely with him as well. And obviously, I need to now put my own stamp on things. You've seen that over the years. There's been different captains with different personalities and different qualities. So that's my job now, is to try and put a different stamp on it, but be successful at the same time.
Because it was interesting when he did the press conference with you and the manager, and he mentioned that he saw you as a leader anyway, regardless of whether you were wearing the captain's armband, and that's what he wants in the dressing room: players who will lead by example.
Yeah, I think that's it's been pretty evident since he came in. He wants leaders, not just 1, 2, 3. He wants as many as he can have in the changing room, and that's where successful squads are made of. 3, 4, 5 leaders all on the pitch that can take responsibility and lead in difficult moments, because there will be some difficult moments as well, and that's where the guys come to the fore like that. So he's made that pretty clear that he wants big personalities and guys that can help drive the team forward.
It's funny, obviously people, when they think of the captain, obviously you're leading the team out, you've got the captain's armband, you're given the pre-match huddle, but I think even sometimes maybe fans don't see all the other things that go into being a captain day in, day out on the training pitch, that you're kind of almost setting the standard that you want everybody else to follow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, the supporters maybe only see the match day stuff and little snippets, but like you said, it's a kind of everyday type job, and like you said, it's just the way that you conduct yourself around the club when you're away for the place as well. You have to respect everyone and be a good person as well. So like you said, there's a lot of different things that go into to being a leader and being a captain, and like I said, I've got to put my own sort of personality on it, and like I said, get as much out of the players as what I possibly can. And that means us working together as well. It's not always just one guy saying do this, do that. You have to get people on board with you and respect you and fighting for the club as one one team, one club, and that's how we can be successful.
And you've obviously had practice with those pre-match huddle talks anyway over the last couple of years, so even the onus is on you now, but it's not something that you're new to.
Yeah, exactly. I've probably got slightly better the more I've done it. So like you say, when you come out the tunnel, and even at the weekend there with 2,000 fans, you come out the tunnel and you hear the noise automatically. The hairs in the back of your neck stand up, and it makes you feel 10 feet tall. So I think tomorrow night, obviously there'll be 9,000 that'll sound like the place is full, and that'll give us a real boost going into the game, and that'll give myself a boost as well to that first sort of competitive game as captain. Then that means everything to me, and like I say, we'll be doing everything we can to start it in a positive way.
I mean, do you ever allow yourself, I know footballers are always looking forward, but you think back to that wee guy that first started at the Youth Academy. I suppose your first target ultimately is to become a first team player, make one appearance for Celtic. You've made over 320 now, you've won 14 trophies for us, you're now the captain. Do you ever think back to just when you were first identified as a player with obvious talent?
Yeah, I think I'm quite a kind of deep thinker anyway, and you do have moments of reflection, and probably today will be one as well. Obviously you've got full focus on the game tomorrow night, but you know, to have that sort of full circle moment, like you said, when you're a young kid and you just love playing football and everything's about the next game, the next touch of the ball. You know, you can't quite imagine getting, you know, into the first team, making your debut, and then, you know, like you said, 320 odd appearances later, you know, you're taking the mantle on, and you know, you become responsible for a lot that happens at the club. So, you know, it's like I said, it's a big challenge, big responsibility, but you know, I like being challenged as a player and as a person. You know, I feel like, you know, when I'm challenged like that, then that's when I give my best stuff.
And you mentioned right at the very start, it's not just a proud day for you, but for your family as well, because they've been there every step of the way. And I know you've said it before, you couldn't be where you are now without their support and their help.
Yeah, absolutely. Your family, when you're, you know, when you're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, they sacrifice everything, in the hope that you become, you know, live your dream, become a footballer. So you know, when you think about that as your family, they sacrifice everything so that you can live your dream. And you know, I'm 100% sure that it will be such a proud day for them, a proud moment for them as well, to see their wee boy come through the academy and, you know, become, you know, the Celtic captain. So, you know, I want to thank them as well for everything that they've done for me. And like I said, I'll give my absolute all for the club, to make it successful.
And obviously your first game officially as captain is a European tie. Kind of takes me back to 7 years ago. Your first game for the first team was a European tie where you also scored in your debut as well. And even in those 7 years, how much you've achieved in a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, well, hopefully, if I can replicate scoring in my first game as captain, then that would be lovely. But like you said, it's been an amazing journey. You know, some tough times in there as well, which, you know, make you stronger as a person and as a player as well. So, you know, that this is the next stage for me, next stage in my development, and like I said, I will give absolutely everything to this football club to make it successful.
And you know, I mentioned obviously a lot of the players who have been here, you know, with you, they're used to you being maybe the captain when Scott Brown wasn't playing. Have you had any response from them? Obviously, the fact that you're now officially the captain.
Yeah, just obviously the boys after the meeting this morning. You know, a lot of congratulations and handshakes and things like that. So like you said, just, you know, now's the time to get to work. And like I said, we're as a club, we're a little bit in transition. So, you know, there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of standards to be set, and cultures to be set as well. So, you know, we'll have a chat with the more senior players, and you know, we'll look at the direction that we want to go as a group of players, what we want to achieve, what we want to be accountable for. And, you know, I think that's always the best thing when everyone signs up to it and they buy into it, then, you know, that's when you feel that real togetherness as well. So, you know, that'll be done in the next few days.
And I'm guessing kind of what I was saying earlier on when the manager said that he saw you as a leader in the dressing room anyway. I'm guessing quite a few of the senior players, as you say, they're leaders as well, because they'll help you just by following and also setting those standards that the younger players or the new players coming in know that's the benchmark for being a Celtic player.
Absolutely. You know, you can't do everything on your own, and like you said, I've got a great bunch of guys in there, great experience, guys I've been super successful with at this club, and they know what it takes to be a successful Celtic team. So, you know, there'll be moments where I have to lean on them as well. So, you know, I've got great personalities in there and great guys as well. So, you know, it's now as a club we move forward, and we want to be successful. So, you know, us as a group of guys in there as players and, you know, as coaches and managers, we have to strive for the very best, and we won't stop until we get there.
And ultimately, I suppose the same as every season, the aim is to try and win every competition, every trophy we go in for. And obviously, this season, if that's the case, then it will mean that you'll be lifting some trophies as Celtic captain, which we all want to see you do.
Yeah, exactly. That's you know, it's a massive honour to be named as a captain. But you know, the reason why you want to do that is so that you can lift the trophies above your head and be successful and give success to the supporters and memories to them as well. So, you know, it's a great day, but you know, there's some real work and some real serious work to be done. And like you said, I won't be satisfied until I've lifted trophies above my head, and that's just the type of person I am. I want to win, and I've had so much success here that I want to continue that.
Well, listen, Callum, I'm sure the entire Celtic support are delighted with the news. Congratulations, and I hope that come Tuesday night you get that captaincy off to a winning start against Midtjylland.
Yep, let's hope so. Thanks.